Clermont will face Saracens in this year's Champions Cup final after they held off a second-half comeback from Leinster, winning 27-22. The path to the Champions Cup final was always going to be a tricky one to maneuver for Leinster, and within 15 minutes, it looked like it was impossible. Peceli, Yato and David Strettle helped Clermont to a 15-3 at the break, having scored 2 tries in the opening quarter of an hour. Leinster improved though, and Johnny Sexton's 4 penalties had the visitors within 3 points midway inside the second half. Clermont kept a sizable gap until Gary Ringrose went through in a superb solo effort, but despite late pressure, Clermont booked their spot in the final with a 27-22 win. Saracens' 26-10 victory against Munster ensured they were the first side to book their spot, and Clermont's opening quarter of an hour almost guaranteed they would follow. Having won in the last 2 meetings between the sides, the French side went ahead within 5 minutes thanks to Yato. Strettle chipped possession over the top of Iturria, and Yato made his way onto the ball, with Morgan Parra adding 2. On his 50th Leinster appearance, things weren't going well for Iturria, and he found himself sin bin soon after the try for a pull on Strettle that was spotted by Owens and the cameras. That produced a penalty that Parra slotted through to make it 10-0, and the lead increased in a dominant opening 20-minute spell that blew Leinster away. Strettle was causing all sorts of problems, and with Iturria off the pitch, he eased to the second try, beating Dan Levy and Joey Carberry on the way in, the ex-England man steaming his way over. Parra missed the 2, but a 15-point gap was menacing to say the least. But Leinster calmed the storm and slowly began to push themselves upfield, with Strettle on hand to stop a promising break from Carberry. Parra missed a chance to increase the lead as he skewed a penalty wide of the posts, and just before halftime, Sexton got Leinster onto the board with the final action of the half. The other side of halftime saw Sexton reduce the lead down to 9, and after a lightning start, Clermont's advantage was disappearing. Another 3 from Sexton was followed by a 4th, and Leinster had truly brought the tie right back to life as they turned the tide in their favour. The visitors thought they turned it right around as Levy went over, but celebrations were short-lived after the TMO spotted an infringement in the build-up, and play was brought back to allow Parra to get the lead back to 6 from a penalty. And that seemed to spark something inside Clermont, who started to get things back into their own favour as time began to wear on. Camille Lopez added a drop goal to restore the gap to 9. But Leinster were back, and in some way, Ringrose did it all by himself, with pace, power and everything else that could be done to sidestep 2 and dummy another. Sexton converted and the gap was all the way down to 2, but it started to run away from Sexton and co, with Lopez's penalty putting it back to 5. And another drop goal finished it off, with Sexton's late penalty not enough. The scorers for Clermont: tries, Yato, Strettle, Con, Parra, pens, Parra 2, Lopez. Drop goals: Lopez 2. For Leinster: try, Ringrose, Con, Sexton, pens, Sexton 5. Yellow card: Iturria. Clermont: 15 Scott Spedding, 14 David Strettle, 13 Aurélien Rougerie, 12 Remi Lamerat, 11 Nick Abendanon, 10 Camille Lopez, 9 Morgan Parra, 8 Fritz Lee, 7 Peceli Yato, 6 Damien Chouly, 5 Sébastien Vahaamahina, 4 Arthur Iturria, 3 Davit Zirakashvili, 2 Benjamin Kayser, 1 Raphael Chaume. Replacements: 16 John Ulugia, 17 Etienne Falgoux, 18 Aaron Jarvis, 19 Paul Jedrzejczyk, 20 Alexander Lepandri, 21 Ludovic Radosavljevic, 22 Pato Fernandez, 23 Damien Pennaud. Leinster: 15 Joey Carberry, 14 Fergus McFadden, 13 Gary Ringrose, 12 Robbie Henshaw, 11 Iturria, 10 Johnny Sexton, 9 Luke McGrath, 8 Jack Conan, 7 Dan Levy, 6 Rhys Ruddock, 5 Hayden Triggs, 4 Devin Toner, 3 Tad Furlong, 2 Richard Strauss, 1 Jack McGrath. Replacements: 16 Sean Cronin, 17 Peter Dooley, 18 Michael Bent, 19 Ross Maloney, 20 Josh van der Flyer, 21 Jameson Gibson Park, 22 Ross Byrne, 23 Zane Kirchner. Referee: Nigel Owens, Wales. Assistant referees: Wayne Barnes, England, Ian Davies, Wales. TMO: Jonathan Mason, Wales.